So, if you remember well back, company, LED Factory Mart, hit me up and we did an install on one of their products on my buddy's Road Glide. And it was a great product and he's still loving it. Way better than the stock headlight from what he tells me. So, you know, that's great. And they reached out again and said, hey, we've got a couple of new products. If you know anyone who's interested, you know, I have the perfect bike in mind. So today, we're going to do some more installs of LED Factory Mart on my neighbor's Street Glide, which we've seen on the video before. It's a twin cam. I want to say it's a 2015 Street Glide. I don't remember exactly what year it is, but I know it's a twin cam. So what we're going to do, we'll head over there, is show you, spin you around here, is we are going to do a vent light and a windshield trim light. So I get you over to the workbench and we'll get everything unboxed, show you what's what. All right, welcome to my messy workbench. If you remember the previous video, I told you big things for the Springer are coming. So if you know what these are, you know what these are. So I'm just gonna get these out of the way so we can get everything unboxed here. We're gonna start with this one that's already partially ripped open and show you the windshield trim. So now I did have some bubble wrap right on top that I already took out because I had to show the new owner. So, and inside we've got some hardware, those sticky 3M peel and stick squares and zip ties, and then just some more padding and empty box. So, eat. All right, see if I can do this one-handed. So, come on. Oh, you don't need to look at my feet. That's a whole different channel. All right, here we go. All right. Now we're going back to the feet. Well, not that you need to see. There we go. So this is all real time. I mean, you're seeing how it's wrapped, and there's yet another layer of plastic protecting it. So wrapped up really, really well. So there we go. Now we can actually inspect the chrome, which I haven't had a chance to do yet. So we'll inspect together. And everything looks good. It's got a good weight to it. It's not just feeling like some cheap Chinese Amazon carp. So nice rubber backer all the way across there, one solid piece. And we've got our wiring so everything can be plugged in line and work as white running lights and amber, I believe, sequential turn signals. I'm fairly certain they're sequential, but you know what? I guess we'll find out when we get on the bike. So I'm gonna head over to his bike real quick, see what, actually, before we do that, the other thing that we're doing on his bike, here we go. Some more of the same, the sticky squares and zip ties, empty box, plastic, more plastic, and yeah, it's more plastic. California would be pissed, and I love it. All right, so there we go. So there's his new vent. Yeah, it's gonna go like that on the bike. Fortunately, it's nice gloss black, and so is his bike. His bike's the vivid black. So, and I don't know if you can see it in there, but there's your LED lights behind like that honeycomb grill, and they're gonna be white running and at least amber turn, if not sequential. Again, I don't remember, but we'll find out together. So there it is. I need to figure out the tools that I'm gonna need, and I will check back with you. Okay, so under here, we're gonna have a T27, if you see that. And then another T27 that should be there that apparently isn't there, and I don't know why it's not there. It was there the last time I worked on his bike. I don't know where that went. And we got two more over there. And across the front here with his, he's got these spike bolts, and those are gonna be 7/16. You might have Phillips heads, you might have T25s or T27s or hex or something. You'll know what you have because of how it looks. So we'll take these 3 off, those 4 bolts, and then, you know, I shouldn't be struggling to remember this as hard as I am, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Then the fairing cap will come forward. We'll unplug the headlight because we are going to have to get this popped off so we can drop the new one in. So let me start pulling hardware, get this off, and let you know if I forgot anything. All right, so as you can see, I've already got it popped loose, but I'm going to show you what I did here. Hopefully I can undo it with one hand here, but well, I was able to do it with no hands apparently. So this sits in here like so, and you see a little tab there, here, and over here. I know it's not focusing, but it's there. So what I did is, with the use of a little plastic pry tool, I pried down here, which then opened a gap. So I was able to run a sharp razor blade carefully through there and cut that double-sided tape at the top and the 2 on the bottom. And then just release that, and out it goes. So, that's it. That was actually really simple. So now we've got that out of the way. I'm gonna take some time and clean up the dirt that's back here. Gonna take some goof off and whatnot, get this leftover double-sided tape out of there from the top and the bottom. And once that's all cleaned up, then we'll be ready to pop in our fancy new one. All right, so we got that out of there, top and bottom. I'll tell you what, if you guys haven't bought one of these or don't have one of these rubber wheels, do yourself a favor and snag one. I think I overpaid for that because it came from O'Reilly's, but they're expensive, and they make a freaking mess, but God, they make this process so much faster than just goof off alone wherever I put it, and then, you know, some cleaner to get that residue off. But yeah, no. It's nasty because I've been palming and arming all over this, but I'm going to clean this up before I give it back to them. So now that this is prepped and ready, we're ready to take this, and you'll note we got 2 tabs there, 1 tab there, in these same places the stalker had it. So basically it's going to drop in like this, and going to look a hell of a lot better than that flat black did. So I'm going to scrape this up with my fingernail, you know, that's what Steve over at Sick Baggers does, and he knows more than I do, so that's what I'm going to do. Now I'm going to do that to the top and the bottom. You can see we got our nubbins right there and right there. So I'm going to try to press this in, and then I'll press down on our double-sided tape, and that should work. I mean, shouldn't go anywhere. And then at that point, we're ready to take this back over there. So let me press fit real fast. All right, so now that we're back at the bike here, so don't freak out. I set that down gently, and it's upside down. Nothing's getting scratched, but you can see that we've got these pass-through wires that we got to get connected, which means we've got to pull our turn signals. So it's just 2 half-inch acorn nuts, and then you unplug your wire. I know my lighting back here sucks because all my good lighting's up there, but trust me, you know, just unplug this, and then you can feed it through. You'll plug in line your wires, and then feed back out the hole, and plug back into your turn signal. So I don't have a cameraman, I'm fresh out of hands, so I'm gonna do this, and then I will do my best to show you how it all kind of looks before I put the cap back on. So please bear with me, doing the best I can here. All right, so I've got everything plugged up. So you can see, here's the main wiring harness. There's where it goes in. And we'll just pull it out. Here's the harness off the bike, harness off the light. Everything, it only fits one way. And there's our new turn signal indicator. So then we just reach in there and we feed that back in. So now that's sticking out the side. You do the same thing over here. And you just have all this extra wire. So what I'm gonna end up doing is kind of bundling it up, zip tying it off, just kind of make it tidy, because I can't leave it like this. Even if it were my bike, I can't leave it like this, let alone a buddy's bike. So I'm gonna zip tie that up. We're gonna hang it up with a bolt, and then we'll click it on, make sure everything works, and then we'll move on to doing the windshield trim. All right, so the cap is back on tentatively. We've got one bolt in the center holding it on. So I tested everything and it works. So let me give you a quick preview on that real fast. Again, it's just me. So gonna have to get him to do something about this halogen light, I tell you. So I haven't plugged in the side lights yet, so don't worry. I want to make sure this works, and it does. You can see it actually is a sequential. So let's shut that off. Goes back to white. Same thing there. All right. So that looks good. I dig that. So now I just got to get the side lights back on, both sides, and then we're ready to throw on our windshield trim. Hold up. All right, so fairing cap is back off again, because now we're gonna work on that windshield trim. And to do that, it's gonna be the same concept. Let's grab it here. We've got those inline splitters again. So we're going to unplug what we already did here, plug these in line to those, and then we should be able to feed all of this up and out the top and button this up for the last time. So let me figure out how I'm going to arrange these inline plugs, and I will let you know what I discover. All right, so here's what I figured out. I just unplugged the vent harness from the bike harness, plugged in the windshield trim to the bike, and then the vent into the trim. So I know it sounds confusing. I wish I had a third hand for a lot of different reasons, but in this case, so I could kind of walk you through and hold things up a little bit more better. But trust me when I tell you, it's actually really simple when you're sitting here and looking at it, because it really is only going to work one way. I did click everything on just to make sure I got it right, so that way I don't button up what I've got here only to discover shit. So let me plug the headlight back in, put this back up, get it buttoned up, and then I'll show you the final product and how it looks with all these fancy new lights from LED Factory Mart. Hold on. All right, she's all buttoned up. So let me click on the lights, show you what's going on here. So, okay, our new vent light, our new windshield trim light, blinkers are still working. And if I step back just a skosh here, I don't know if that's coming through, but with the LEDs on either side of the headlight and above it, it just accentuates how yellow that headlight actually is, because, well, it's halogen. So I think I'm going to strongly encourage him to look into upgrading his headlight. So we'll see what he says. But anyway, let's show you the what's what. There we go. So we got blinkers, sequential. We shut it down. Everything goes back to white. And same thing, everything's sequentialing the correct direction. We're still blinking down there. All is right with the world. I got it all right on the first try. So look at me go. Okay. I'm growing up. So anyway, so that's that. It really isn't that bad. There were no directions, so note to self that, you know, if you've never done anything like this before, haven't watched any videos on something like this, you're gonna want to either check out my video, I highly encourage it, or any other videos out there, because it really is simple. It's all just plugging in line, but it can be a little intimidating, but it's all really simple. Pulling the fairing cap, simple. It's 2, 4, 6, 7 bolts, and 2 plugs, and away it goes. 1 plug if you've got an LED headlight, you unplug your blinkers. Everything plugs in line to the blinkers to get that signal and the power. And then everything just kind of daisy chains from there. It really is very simple, although can look intimidating. But, all in all, this is probably about an hour-long project. Taking your time, doing it right, with no camera, of course. But, the LED Factory Mart, man, they did a really good job. I mean, that gloss black on the vent is spot on to the vivid black on the bike, and I think it just really kind of gives the front of the bike a little bit more of a premium look that, again, I feel like Harley missed by going with a matte black, but I get why they did. This looks better in my opinion. The contrast of the windshield visor trim, that's nice. I mean, I think it would probably look just as good in a gloss black. I don't know if they offer that, but honestly, I think just a splash of chrome up top, in this case, looks good. It works. I think the owner's really going to groove it. So, I mean, I don't remember these prices off the top of my head, but I will put it down in the description, and I'll put it up on the screen here, show you what the vent trim price is and the windshield trim prices as well. I don't believe I have a discount code on these for you. If I'm mistaken, I'll have to go back on my email, but if I'm mistaken, I'll put that up on the screen now, just in case there is like a 5 or 10% code. I've got a lot going on right now, and I'm getting spacey. So that's all we've got for tonight. It's getting dark. Fat kid's getting hungry. So I want to say thank you to LED Factory Mart for providing the product to me. I really groove it. My neighbor's gonna love it because he's wanting to get more lights on the front of his bike. So you guys have been amazing. Your products are solid. At least the ones that I've gotten my hands on, they're great. You guys, you can't go wrong with LED Factory Mart. Like I said, I'll put links in the description down below. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. If you would, like the video. If you did, subscribe if you haven't. I really appreciate it. At my last count, we're like 550 subscribers, which is huge, and I get excited every time I log in and see that number going up. So you guys have been amazing. Thank you so much to everyone who keeps tuning in. But that's all I've got. We'll catch y'all next time. See ya.